So just checking into room 6126 here at the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel. This is a deluxe room. So just coming straight in, you've got that Grand Floridian vibe to the room actually as you come in. Go straight in here. I have been in just for a second to drop a bag off. We've got hangers, we've got some storage space down there, we've got slippers down the bottom, and we've got some robes, a hairdryer, and just more storage space in general, which is very nice to have. Here you've got the laundry bag, and this is the prices of those. It is priced per item, I believe. So it's nice having that tuck away like that actually, which is nice. Right, let's turn back around. We will take you to the bedroom in just a second. We're going to the bathroom first off though. So you've got a nice vanity area here just in front of you with the sort of like jade coloured tiling over the top of that. You've got the real Victorian-esque vibe to this place. You've got the loo just to the right hand side, towels kind of everywhere in here. Some nice artwork on the wall, and the decoration in here is very nice, albeit it does have that kind of old-timey feel to it as well, really, doesn't it? You've got a couple of glasses here. They're actually plastic, H2O plus, and a little bag for that. You've got all your amenities. So you've got your razor, your shower cap, emery board, which is a little nail file, cotton pads, comb, toothbrush and toothpaste, 2 of those. Plug socket and a shaving unit just there. You do have a little stool there as well for the little kiddlywinks to use the facilities up here. And then you've got the tissues there, which is a nice little touch with Sneezy there just above it. So then coming round into the shower itself, you've got these little hidden Mickeys on the shower curtain, which is cute. And it is a bathtub as well. It's like a quite deep bathtub. And once again, you've got your H2O plus, which is good to see that they still have that here. It won't be for much longer though. And then you've got your drying rail and a detachable shower head. It's a shame you don't have a rain head shower head over the top, but that would typically be in a dedicated shower as opposed to the shower bath combo that you've got there. But overall, it's a very nice looking bathroom. Moving slightly forward for a second, and then just here to the right hand side, at least in this configuration, you've got the tea area. The cute thing about this, they got little teapots as the artwork behind this area. You've got another plug socket here, you've got a little kettle, these cute teacups and saucers, an ice bucket, and they have provided 2 1.5 litre bottles of water. Now in the cupboard here, this is where all the bits and pieces will be for that tea and coffee. Firstly, I will show you do have a laptop safe, probably suitable for a 17-inch laptop, as well as a few other items in there. You've got a fridge down the bottom, and then they'll tell you about what is available for the mini bar, so you can get those little hampers for yourselves delivered to the room. And then just to the left, as I said, you've got the amenities for the teas and coffees. So you do have English breakfast tea, jasmine, you've got some Nescafe, you've got some creamer, as well as sugars and sweeteners. Next drawer down, you've got a couple of additional cups. And then finally, you've got a couple of these little kid cups. Not quite like the Explorers Hotel. The Explorers were a little bit more themed, I believe. But it's good that you've got those anyway. And turning back around on ourselves slightly, we do have a full-length mirror there, so you can do a little fit check before you leave the room. And then we're into the main bedroom area, which is a great size actually. Loads of space in here. 2 king beds, I believe those are. Little Mickeys on the bed sheets. To the right, as you come in, you've got this little storage unit and seating area, so you can put stuff just underneath and you can sit there and put your shoes on before you leave. You've also got some coat hooks here, as well as a shelf over the top of that. Next to the bed here, on the left-hand side, you do have a little bedside table. Doesn't look as though there's any plug socket down there, but there is a plug socket just here. So long as you can make that stretch, you're pretty good that you've got one just there. And then behind the bed, you've got these lights. You do also have very cute touch here with Tink on that side, and then the 3 fairies there on that side. Quite a large TV there, Samsung TV, and remote provided. Turn that on, and then you'll have likely some information on the resort. There you go, so you've got your hotel information, your in-room dining, and your TV channel list. You've got more storage unit here in the form of drawers. Plenty of storage available in this room. So heading back over here slightly, looking at the bedside table, you've got quite a large phone, obviously light switches, these control over the top of each of the beds, and then that of course turns them off. Cable provided here for you that you can use. You've got USB-C, you've got lightning cable and a micro USB, so you're pretty set on anything you would need to charge your phone. And then you've got this cute little Disneyland Hotel notebook and Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel there, as well as the pen. Very nice. The bedside table. These are little vouchers that you get when you're staying on site. They give you $10 off coupons for merchandise and then $100 off Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Conversion rate, that's £1, £1, £1, so it's not necessarily a lot. And then they give you a comment card as well. Put that just back in the drawer a second. And then you've got more storage units just underneath there. Over here, you've got a little desk area, glass-topped, mahogany kind of lacquered wood. You've got a couple of seats available that are really plush, and then you've also got a very large drawer in there. Information from, and a letter from Michael Locke, who is the Senior Manager of Hotel Operations, which is really nice to see, a nice personal touch there. And with us being in Hong Kong, we do have UK plug sockets, and they are providing us with a travel adapter as well, just in case you do need one. This is one of those multinational ones for use in UK, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, etc. It's quite nice to see. And then you've got a couple of USB ports there as well. Nice airy room, large heavy curtains, and then the velvet ties around them. As we're checking in the night, we can't see out and see what our view is, but I'll give you guys a little view of that in the morning so you can see what we've got. Not too many plug sockets in this room, unfortunately. We would like a few more, but the artwork, the decorations and everything here is looking really nice. Attention to detail is fantastic. This artwork in particular, I do think is pretty cute, as that is looking just over Hong Kong Bay. And then finally, you've got the aircon system. This is the same as the one we had in the Explorers Hotel, so it does only go down to 18.5 degrees. We do have a sensor here, which could cause a little bit of an issue if you do need the rooms to be a little bit colder for your liking. So that's an overview of the room as a whole. And we'll give you a review once we've stayed here for the night, let you know what our thoughts and feelings are on the room. We'll give it a rating out of those 5 categories that we have, and that will encompass what we think of the resort as a whole. So we've just ordered room service and it's come up. They've actually brought it just completely up on this table that they've like set up in our room. So we've ordered the beef burger with cheese, mushrooms and bacon, and then we've ordered an extra portion of fries as well, and a Coke, and this has come to, I think it's about $500, so basically £50. So it's quite expensive.
But there is nowhere else to eat.
There's nowhere else to eat when you're here though, unfortunately. This is cute. Small bottle of tomato ketchup and a little salad. When we've got this burger, we're not going to be eating the salad, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you something.
So there you've got the view, and you've got the view over the bay. You see that boat just coming along, and I believe just up there, that's where you'll get to Explorers Lodge. So you can actually walk along that path down the edge of the bay, and that'll go up to Explorers Lodge that way. I think it's just poking behind those trees.
Okay, so this is the end of our stay here at the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel. We wanted to give you a little bit of an overview of our thoughts and feelings after staying here. This may not be an entirely accurate review because we were only here for one night and we're just sort of having a look around at as much as we can. We've tried to experience as much as we can in terms of the facilities, the room, everything that it has to offer, but it obviously is not going to be fully in-depth after just one night. So we do a scoring system. We score based on, originally it was 4 categories and we've added in one recently in terms of accessibility. So now we do comfort, cleanliness, amenities, location and accessibility. And then we give an overall score after we've added up and taken the average. So the first category we've got is comfort. For comfort, we've given the resort and the room an 8. Now, the reason for that is because the room as a whole is just, it's really nice. It is really nice. The decoration is cute. Long drapes here behind us. Cute little touches, like in the bathroom, you've got Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs on the mirror surround. The bedding is nice, comfortable, plush. The decor is nice. The like paintings and things like that's nice. It's very spacious as well. We've got loads of space for luggage and there's loads of walking around space and things like that. So it is a really nice room and a really nice resort as a whole. In terms of the actual like lobby space and whatnot, there's just a nice chill vibe in the lobby as a whole. It's got very Grand Floridian vibes to it, but without the Grand Floridian like hustle and bustle, and definitely without the price as well, for one. So we've given, as I said, comfort an 8. One thing that I would knock down, it's the same as I would knock down on the Explorers Hotel as well, and I'll link down in the description to our Explorers review. The aircon system in the room is a little bit of a nightmare. It only gets down to 18.5 and it's also on a sensor as well, which means that the room could get up to a little bit of an awkward temperature. It's also one of those rooms where you need a key card to turn everything on and off. So if you forget to leave a key card in, you know, things aren't going to charge necessarily, I don't think. And obviously with that sensor, the aircon is not going to be on. That's good for the environment, good for the planet, but you also kind of really want your room nice and chill when you come back. So it gets marked down on that front, unfortunately. Cleanliness is the next category, and cleanliness, we're going to give the room and the resort an 8. Now, looking around the resort, the resort is actually clean, but we're going to lump maintenance into this as well. Whilst we were sort of in the bathroom and we're sort of just mooching around, checking on the little things, we noticed what we thought was dirt on little edges and stuff like that, and it turns out it's just really lack of maintenance. It's not dusty, it's not dirty per se, but it's that like long overdue caked on stuff where maybe the paint is missing off of it or something like that over time. And I have noticed that around the room as well, little bits where you've got the wood furnishings, there's little chips of the lacquer missing off of the furniture. You've got little marks around the skirting board and things like that that have been scuffed with shoes or suitcases. So the room isn't dirty by any stretch of the imagination. It's not unclean, it's just not as well maintained as we would like. So it basically just means that these rooms need that light refurb that Disney like to do, with a repaint, a reupholster, or redo of the wallpaper, and touch up little bits and pieces. So if they get that, I think along with what the cleanliness staff are doing, the custodials, that would be right up there with a 10, because everywhere else in the resort looked fantastic. Walking around the corridors, we saw cleaners out the whole time. We ordered room service as well, and we put our tray, they bring it in on a little dolly thing, which is a table, and then we put that back out into the corridor, and it was gone within 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes. So they are walking up and down the corridors all the time just to check that there's nothing around, people aren't leaving things outside the room, and just making sure everything's neat and tidy. So good system overall there. The next category we've got is amenities, and for amenities we are right up there. We're going to give the resort a 9, because there's not too much we can actually fault with the resort. You've got the room has all of its stuff, you have access to the park. In the resort itself though, you've got a pool, both indoor and outdoor. You've got a slide, you've got a play area for children, but then around the resort as well, you've also got 3 or 4 restaurants. You've got Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, you've got a play area for children, you've got all of that stuff, you've got character dining, you've got kind of everything that you could want here, bar one thing, and that's why we mark it down. And that one thing is a grab and go or a quick service offering. You don't have that here at the resort. So if you want any food after 10 o'clock, I believe it is, you don't have anywhere to get anything apart from the in-room dining, which is quite a bit pricier, unfortunately. I will say the other thing that we have a little bit of an issue with is the lack of a bar for adults. Everything shuts off at 10, but that's kind of in the same sense with the grab and go, because you don't have the bar, you don't have a grab and go option, so it kind of all goes in together. So a 9 for amenities. Next up, we've got the location. Now, location, we cannot fault this at all. There's nothing to criticize on it. It is as close as you can get to the Hong Kong Disneyland park. You also have the MTR service, sort of 10-minute walkway, 15-minute walkway. You've got buses to the park, and then just over on the promenade here, you've got the ferry boats to the mainland. So you're very close to everything. You just really can't fault it at all. So accessibility is the final category, and we weren't in an accessible room, but we see hints of accessibility throughout the resort. Around by the pool, you have those bars to get in. You've got 2 bars so you can walk in. It's a 0 entry pool as well. You've got elevators everywhere. You've got like 5 or 6 banks of elevators throughout the resort. All of the rooms have massive open space. So if you do have mobility issues, you've got so much space to wheel around in a wheelchair. And everything there's step-free access to a lot of these places as well. So you're pretty sure to be fine if you do have any mobility issues. One thing we don't know too much about though, the room has a bath, our particular room. There are accessibility rooms available though. So there will be rooms where you have a walk-in shower or something that is more geared towards an accessibility friendly environment. And so we're still going to give it a 9 because we know that those are available. So overall, that gives us a score of 8.8, which I believe is exactly the same as Explorers, which is interesting. Explorers goes up on a few different categories there and down in a few others. I think cleanliness, it was 1 higher up because of maintenance. Explorers is a much newer resort than this. I think it's 6 or 7 years newer or something like that, maybe even more. But 8.8, it's not bad. I'd certainly come back here, and I'd say here again, having the pool, having the slide, having the hot tub there, the indoor pool as well, it gives it that kind of all year round vibe that Explorers does not have, unfortunately. As I said, the rooms do need a little bit of a TLC to them, but overall it's just it's a nice vibe resort, and it's somewhere that we would certainly come back. So hopefully that has given you an idea as to whether you would like to book a stay here at the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel. You're pretty much getting deluxe resort at moderate prices compared to the US resorts, so it is something that we really think you should consider, though we appreciate it is long distance for both US residents and European residents to get to. You're very much out the way, and some might say the park is still a half day or a 1-day park, so you got that to bear in mind. So if you have enjoyed the video throughout, give us a thumbs up. Do appreciate it. It really does help us out a lot. And it'd be great if you could hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. And we'll see you on the other side. Thanks.